I want to spend a few minutes talking about why I absolutely love the work that I do. If we haven't met, my name is Jessica Denise Dixon. In the regular world, I use the Enneagram to help white people dismantle internalized white supremacy so that they can live free and be fully human. And in the business world, I help organizations explore, name, and remake their cultural norms and values so they can bring a high level of integrity and a sense of safety and belonging to the work that they do. I combine the Enneagram with anti racism and the nervous system to help the people who want a better world be culture changers. The thing that feels most exciting about doing this work in and out of the business world is the way people feel empowered to be more of who they are. I really think one of my superpowers in the world is to destigmatize our humanity in a culture that tells us to run from our humanity. And because of that, when I work with people, I get to see them take responsibility for even some of the more toxic parts of their conditioning and to really reclaim their humanity and take up their personal power so that they can take action to make tangible change, not from wielding their privilege, from the might of their privilege, but from the deep work of excavating their humanity and building a relationship with their nervous system outside of their trauma and outside of the deep conditioning that comes from their socialization. When people decide to look at the inner workings of themselves, and the inner workings of the systems and structures that guide how we're expected to be in life, something new becomes available. More creativity, more innovation, more connection, better relationships, more effective ways of doing things, less power struggles, more skills to practice resolving conflict. There's really so much. There's so much. And I love hearing from people, even years later, how small things that I did with them was something that changed their lives in big ways. We know that even moving a degree in a different direction ends up being a big difference in the long term. I rarely know what will be immediately the thing that catalyzes change with the people and groups that I work with, but to see the change is one of my biggest honors. Now, I may talk about my work in a specific way, but underneath it all, it's ultimately about how to be fully human outside of the toxic systems that want us to perform in very specific ways for them. And it's about being free. So that's available for you, for your organization, for the people that work in your organization, and the people that your organization serves. Sometimes coaching is about being able to perform better, but ultimately, my coaching and the way that I hold this work, it's about becoming the person who performs that way, becoming them, not the performance itself. And so, in that way, it's really beautiful and goes really, really deep. So if you are like, who is this lady? I might want to work with her. You can hire me for workshops and workshop series with your organization. I have a leadership coaching package called Resilient Leadership in Fragile Times. You can do an Enneagram typing session to figure out what your type is, or if you want to deep dive into your type, I have something called an Enneagram intensive where we just spend a few hours for you to dive into your type, for you to understand the different parts, and for you to work through the things that are maybe preventing you from being who you know yourself to be or who you really want to be in the world. So just DM me and let me know what you might want more information about, and I will reach out from there. From love and for liberation, peace.